Welcome back. Now we'll move on to next type of vibration, that is forced vibration. So in case of damped vibration, so the body is acted upon by resistive or frictional forces, what we call damping force. As a result, energy of the vibrating system keeps on decreasing and ultimately amplitude stops there. Okay, it stops vibrating there. To compensate this damping, if I apply an external periodic force, then vibration will sustain there. To compensate the damping in case of damped vibration, if I apply an external periodic force, so then this vibration will sustain there. Okay, that means damping can be compensated by applying external periodic force. So this type of the vibration is called forced vibration there. So one thing to have to keep in your mind that, so when you apply the external periodic force on a vibrating body there, so under steady state this body starts vibrating with the frequency of the applied periodic force rather than its natural frequency. In case of free vibration and damped vibration, the body will be vibrating with its own frequency, what we call natural frequency, represented by symbol omega. But in this case of forced vibration under steady state, so the body starts vibrating with the frequency of the applied periodic force, okay, rather than omega, that is natural frequency there. Okay, so this is the meaning of forced vibration. Now we'll make the definition of the forced vibration: the vibration in which the body vibrates with a frequency other than its natural frequency under the action of external periodic force. So this type of the vibration is called forced vibration there. Okay, now we shall discuss the theory behind the forced vibration, derivation there, theory of forced vibration there. Okay, now in case of forced vibration, so the vibrating body is acted upon by three forces there. In case of damped vibration, only two forces were there. One more force is there now, external periodic force there, right? Okay, so one by one we will consider now. So in case of forced vibration, body is acted upon by number one, as usual, restoring force. It must be there, right? So restoring force is proportional to displacement, is acting in a direction opposite. Okay, proportionally constant there, minus mu y. This already we consider in case of damped vibration also. Second force that is acting, damping force, what we call frictional or resistive force, which is responsible for damping. It is proportional to velocity and is acting in a direction opposite. That's why minus sign is there. Okay, r is the proportionality constant there. These two already we considered in the previous derivation also there. And third force that is acting, that is external periodic force. External periodic force, like y is equal to a sine omega t, similar to that, f sine pt there. Okay, so where p is the frequency, angular frequency of the external periodic force. Okay, t instant of time, f is the maximum force, where the maximum value of sine plus 1, that means the maximum value of the applied periodic force is given by f there. So these are the three forces. Here it is no minus, it is plus there, because it is acting not in opposite direction to the displacement, it is towards the displacement there. Okay, that means it helps to sustain the vibration there. These two opposes the vibration there. Okay, that's why these two are minus, this is what, plus there. Keep in mind that. Now as usual, so Newton's second law. Okay, force is equal to what? Mass into acceleration. This is the force that is responsible for vibration there. Okay, so what is mass into acceleration? Y is the displacement, that's why force mass into acceleration, m d square y by dt square. This m d square y by dt square must be equal to sum of all these three there. Okay, m d square y by dt square is equal to minus mu y minus r dy by dt plus f sine pt there. Okay, restoring force, damping force, these two are minus, this is plus. What is the external periodic force there? Okay, now rearrange the equation there. So this m should go to the right hand side there. I can take rearrange the equation there. So what will become? D square y by dt square plus r by m dy by dt plus mu by m y is equal to f divided by m sin pt. Okay, so this should be at the right hand side. Okay, so now already you have taken r by m is equal to 2b. Okay, already you have taken in the previous equation, where b is the damping factor there. So mu by m you have taken omega square. In the previous derivation also you have considered there. Okay, this f divided by m you have to take it as small f there. Okay, so you can substitute later there. F divided by m should be taken as small f there. Okay, so this equation get reduces to d square y by dt square plus 2b dy by dt plus omega square y is equal to f sine pt. Take it as equation number 1. Okay, so this equation number 1 is the differential equation of motion in forced vibration. So this is the equation of motion in case of forced vibration then. Okay, so in the steady state, steady state, the particle vibrates. Just now I told that in the steady state, the particle starts vibrating, the body starts vibrating with the frequency of the applied periodic force, not omega there. Okay, therefore the solution of the equation number 1 is of the form y is equal to a sine pt minus theta. Y is equal to a sine pt minus theta, where is the arbitrary constant, p is the angular frequency of the applied periodic force, so theta is the angle angle through which the external periodic force lags behind the displacement there. Theta is the angle through which the external periodic force lags behind the displacement, theta there. Okay, so this is a differential equation, differentiating equation 2. So what I need there, y already I have, dy by dt I want, d square y by dt square, because that has to be substituted here, d square y by dt square, dy by dt, and y should be substituted there. Okay, so differentiating equation 2 twice, I'll get dy by dt, I got d square y by dt square, I got. Okay, now substitute y dy by dt, d square y by dt square in equation number 1, this equation then. Okay, so what I get there, so this is substituted here, nothing else, just substituted. So but one thing is to be noted here is right hand side I have f sine pt. Okay, so this I have to modify here. So what I will do, f sine pt minus theta plus theta, f sine pt, only pt is there, sine pt minus theta plus theta. Minus theta plus theta means what? Nothing is there, 0 there. Okay, that means similar to f sine pt only. That means just modified. F sine pt is modified as f sine pt minus theta plus theta, because I want to convert into the form sine a cos sine a plus b. What is sine a plus b? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b there. Okay, so it has to be modified in the right hand side there. Okay, so now in the left hand side, so there are two sine pt minus theta terms are there, make it 1 there. So what will happen now, omega square minus a square. Okay, so a is common term there, a have taken outside, omega square minus b square sine pt minus theta. There are two sine pt minus theta in the left hand side, I made it 1 there. So remaining part as usual, 2b ab cos pt minus theta. So this I have expanded now, sine a plus b. What is sine a plus b? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. F is already there, f sine pt minus theta cos theta plus f cos pt minus theta sine theta there. Okay, so now, so here you can see here left hand side and right hand side of the equation, sine pt minus theta is there, sine pt minus theta is there in the left hand side also. Okay, so if this equation holds good, the coefficient of sine pt minus theta in the left hand side as well as the right hand side must be equal there. Okay, here also cos pt minus theta is there, right hand side, left hand side also cos pt minus theta is there. Okay, so the coefficient should equate, I must be able to equate the coefficient of cos pt minus theta there. Okay, so what is the coefficient here? 2b ap. What is the coefficient of cos pt minus theta? F sine theta there. Okay, so I can equate coefficient of sine pt minus theta and cos pt minus theta both in left hand side as well as what? Right hand side there. If I equate, what will happen? A omega square minus b square is equal to f cos theta by equating coefficient of sine pt minus theta and cos pt minus theta in LHS and RHS. A omega square minus b square is equal to f cos theta. Take it as equation number 3. 2b ap is equal to f sine theta. Take it as equation number 4 there. Okay, now I have to remove this sine and cos. Okay, you know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. That's why I have to square these two equations 3 and 4 and add it. Squaring equation 3 and 4 and adding that, what will become? A square omega square minus b square whole square plus 4b square a square p square is equal to f square, because sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 there. Okay, so a is common, a square is common, take it outside, is equal to f square. So a amplitude of the forced vibration, that A is given by F divided by square root of omega square minus b square whole square plus 4b square p square. From this equation I will get f square. So from this equation I will get a square. I can get a there. F divided by square root of omega square minus b square whole square plus 4b square p square. I repeat, a is equal to f divided by square root of omega square minus b square the whole square plus 4b square p square there. A is the amplitude of the oscillation in the forced vibration. What is f here? F is equal to capital F divided by m there. Okay, what is omega? Natural frequency of vibration of the body. What is p here? The frequency with the frequency of the angular frequency of the applied periodic force. Okay, so what is b here? R by m is equal to 2b, damping factor. Okay, so p already you know. Okay, so this is the amplitude, this is a derivation. Derive an expression for amplitude of vibration in forced vibration. amplitude of the oscillation in forced vibration. They will ask, this is the derivation there. Okay, the phase angle theta there, theta is there. So what is that? How to take theta there? So cos theta is there, sin theta. If I divide equation 4 by 3, sin theta divided by cos theta is equal to tan theta. Okay, the tan theta is equal to 2 bp divided by omega square minus p square, where theta is equal to tan inverse 2 bp divided by omega square minus p square there. Okay, this is the phase angle in case of forced vibration there. Okay, so now three cases arises. What is that? Omega p is very less than omega. P is very less than omega. Three cases arises. Okay, this case has to be discussed there. Okay, so P is very much less than omega. Then the frequency of the applied periodic force is very less compared to natural frequency of vibration. P is very much greater than omega. The frequency of the applied periodic force is very much greater than natural frequency of vibration. P is equal to omega. So the frequency of the applied periodic force is equal to natural frequency of the body, what you call resonance. This has to be discussed there. Okay, this is important. This third case is very important there. All three cases has to be discussed. In the examination, they will ask, discuss any one case or discuss all three cases. 10 mark will be there. Okay, so don't neglect these cases, otherwise you will get less mark. Thank you.